Welcome to Investigation 3.2, Sliding on a Grid. Coordinate rules for translations, essentially, are what we're looking at. So we're figuring out how we can slide a shape and look at how its coordinates change. Our focus question for this is what kind of coordinate rule for x comma y becomes whatever else tells how to move any point to its image under a translation. So this time we're going to have that x and y thing going on, but we might end up seeing a plus or a minus a number of some kind after it. So it'll be a slightly different sort of rule that we're looking at. So we have these mugs. If you remember from 7th grade, you guys had the WUMP family and you had to figure out if a WUMP was a similar figure or how to dilate it vertically or horizontally or both. Well, now we are just simply translating these sort of things, and this time we have mugs. These mug guys can be translated. We specifically have mug 1. Here's our mug 1. Can you slide or translate mug 1 to get any of the other mugs? Can we slide mug 1 to get mug 2 or mug 3 or mug 4? Who knows? I bet you we can though. All right, so let's try our hand at that. Let's see what we can do. So to start out with, we need to do the same thing that we did in the previous video. If you were to watch Investigation 3.1's video, we need to do that same thing of finding our coordinate pairs for all of these different points. And some of them are going to be kind of hard because I don't have a very big space to write their coordinate points, but we'll try. So, coordinate for A, the coordinate pair for A, it looks like we are going over -5 and down -6. So we're at -5, not -6, -7. Our coordinate point for B is -1, -7. C, -2, -4, -2, -4. D is -2, -3. E is -4, -3. And F is -4, -4. So those are our different points. We are going to translate this mug up to mug 3. So what we need to do is we now need to write all those same points. Point A are those corresponding vertices for mug 3 down. So mug 3, if we look at it, we are at 1, 3 for that point A. So we're going to add that in. We're at 1, 3. Vertice B is right here, and that is at 5, 3. We have vertice C, which is at 4, 6. Let's move it up again. And we have coordinate D, this corner. We're at 4, 7. E and F, let's see if we can do those in one fell swoop. E is right here on this corner, that is 2, 7, and F is going to be 2, 6. 2, 7 for E, and 2, 6 for F. So those are our points for our mugs. So we need to essentially write a rule for how we can translate mug 1 onto mug 3. How are we going to move mug 1 to become 3? So one helpful thing that we can do is we can look at the differences between our x's and our y's between the two mugs. If I look from -5 to 1, what do I need to add or subtract to get there? Well, to get from -5 to 1, I'd have to add 6 to that. -7, looking at -7 to 3, a positive 3, how would I do that? -7 to a positive 3, I would need to add 10. Now, hopefully, if this was a true translation and if those two mugs were congruent, we would see this same pattern. So let's see if we have that same pattern. Let's look at B. From -1 to becoming 5, that is a +6. -7 to becoming a +3, -7 to a +3, we got a +10 again. -2 to a +4, that is +6. -4 to a +6, we have to add 10. See if we have the same thing here. -2 to 4, we have to add 6. We knew that. -3 to 7, we have to add 10. Same thing for these next couple. Add 6 plus 10, and then we have +6 plus 10. So our rule that we need to write a rule to show how the coordinates of key points A, B, C, D, E, F on Mug 1 relate to their images after the translation to Mug 3. So how does X change? How does Y change? Well, our X, 6 is added to it, and for our Y, we are adding 10. So X plus 6, comma, Y plus 10 is how our mugs are moving. So that's kind of interesting. That's all we're doing for this. Now, if we also wanted to, we could actually compare Mug 2 to Mug 3, and we could see how those sort of things change. We can compare Mug 4 to Mug 1. How do I get from Mug 4 back to its original? And that sort of thing. But here is a little side note we also need to look at. Find the image of AF on Mug 1. Here's AF on Mug 1. And we need to show that the image of Mug 2 for A, or A prime, F prime, is parallel. So let's find that image as well. Here is essentially A prime, F prime on Mug 2. We need to prove they're parallel. One defining factor of if something's parallel, what makes something, actually I shouldn't say something, what makes a line parallel? Same slope. We need to prove that AF on this mug is the same slope as AF on this second mug. So let's look at our rise over our run. Our rise is 3 and our run is 1. So AF slope is 3, up 3 to the right 1. So those are two positive numbers, so we just get 3 over 1, which is equal to 3. And I should put my bar over that. And we have A prime, F prime for the second mug, and its slope is, looks like we have a rise of 3 and a run of 1. So the same sort of thing. We have 3 over 1, which is equal to 3. So because they have the same slope, we can say that AF is parallel to A prime, F prime on a different mug. That's just a little side note. It might seem very understandable as I explain it here, but make sure you're able to explain that on your own as well. That is the end of Investigation 3.2 and this video. I hope it's been helpful, and please, as always, if you have any questions, ask. Thank you so much.